have called them or they have called into you, it's basically the same kind of a conversation. And your conversation has two objectives on the first call. Number one, to build rapport, and the second one is to get some information. You do not want to make an offer on the first go around because you don't even know what the house is worth at this point. You're just making a friend and just gathering information. So the first thing you're going to do is try to talk about, you're not going to tell them you're an investor unless they ask. I don't want you lying to them, but if they don't ask, say, hi, I'm calling about your house, please tell me about it. And they're going to tell you about the condition, and you want to try and see if it's remodeled, because what you're trying to get at is how much money do I have to put in this house to make it in sellable condition? Because you're going to, after you get off the phone, you're going to try and figure out what the after repaired market value is, but then you have to be able to figure out how much money is it going to take to get it into this after repaired value condition. And these are things that you need to determine before you ever go out to look at a property, because if the numbers don't work, you don't have to see this property. I mean, the whole thing about real estate, it's about math. It's not about anything else but math. Does the math make sense? So you're talking to the person, you're asking them about the different things about their house, and then you're going to try and ask them about their life, what's going on. And any way you can get off the topic of the house, you do it. If you hear a child in the background, oh, I've got a child, my brother, my uncle has a nephew, whatever, anything, and oh, that's such a cute age, or have they started walking yet? Anything you think is appropriate, because you want them talking about something other than the house, anything that'll bond them. Remember that people want to do business with people that they like and they trust. So you've got to get them to trust you. They are not going to give you personal information like how far they're behind on the mortgage unless they trust you. If you hear a dog in the background, oh, I've got a dog, my brother's a dog, somebody has a dog, and the dog kept making all over the house, and I don't know, can you tell me how I can get the dog to stop doing that? Anything you can get them to talk about themselves is good. People love to talk about themselves. You may have to listen to the whole story about their divorce and how that terrible person did something awful to them. And you can tell them about your divorce, your friend's divorce, anything to build some kind of rapport. So after you've talked about the condition of the property, you want to talk about basically, why they're selling. But if you ask the right questions, you don't have to have it come across as a confrontational thing like, why are you selling? If you ask the right questions and you're listening to their answers, you'll be able to get that answer without directly asking the questions. Remember, you don't want it to sound like an interrogation, because you're going to write a lot of this stuff down as soon as you get off the phone, and then you're going to remember what you forgot to ask, and you're going to call them immediately back now that you've gotten the rapport out of the way, and you say, oh, hi, remember me? We got to talking about your adorable little son, and I forgot to ask you a few questions. Is it okay if I ask you? So you're going to go on about, let them go on about their lives, and at some point you have to ask them about if they're current on their mortgage, and what about their mortgage balance. And if you asking the right questions, we'll be able to get this information out really, really quickly. I have a wonderful sheet that I give my students about the questions, and every question that has to be asked to be able to get the right information. Because if you have the right information, you can make a determination before you ever go out of the house. And also, you don't go out of the house until you get a meeting of the minds. Either they're going to let that loan stay in their name, or they're going to give it to you subject to with owner financing some way. If somebody says to you, well, I need all the cash out and I need you to go get a loan, this is not happening. It's not that it may not be a deal, but it's going to be a follow-up, because people change their mind. 2 weeks into the notice of sale, all of a sudden they don't get so picky about what they want and what they don't want. So make sure that you are nice and friendly and gather the information, and then leave a way to follow up, even if they don't want to listen to what you have to say, any of your solutions. You say to them, you've got a nice house, and I hope you can sell it quickly. Is it okay if I call you in a few weeks and follow up? Nobody says no. Most of these situations are follow-up situations. The chances of making a deal on the first go-around are very small. It's all about you following up. So good luck, and I hope you can take advantage of what I've told you and make some good deals. Good night.